Hello, everyone. I am Sacrabalic, your envoy of hope, and let's identify Aljabar at the chateau. If I do everything in a completely wrong order, luckily we still have that emergency save for wrong order redos, which I realized I will be able to do off camera. So yeah, that'll be great. Like, I'll just be able to cut it.
Yep.
So it doesn't even matter if we all
Still,
did it
this
wrong.
meeting is supposed to take place.
I mean, it matters to me, honestly, but...
Bar is our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Albar is meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are. Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target. Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
I think we're wearing a suit, which makes me wonder why we're not given a suit the whole game.
Nobody.
Looks like the guards are clear. Move
Damn, that's harsh. Nobody, who cares about him? Fuck that guy.
in position.
All right, let's begin. Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike.
All of the strippers look exactly the same.
We can catch the news later, provided we don't make it. A Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling. Security guard. He's clean.
Okay. Stop walking, stop walking, stop walking! You dick.
Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man. But definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for him?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
Compared to me, everyone's small time.
Flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade. But that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean. He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys. An American novelist. He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him.
Oh, well, this one's taking a while. Come on. That is everyone, I believe. Isn't it? Should be. I hope it's everyone. It would really suck if it's not everyone. Alright, well, time to take a risk. Let's hope it's not let's hope we got everyone.
That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Mean, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al-Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
Well, we're just gonna chill for a little bit. Make sure we got absolutely everyone. Okay. Looks like we can't do any more scanning. Hang on for a second. Let's check our intel. Did we have another? Oh yeah, it's Breakout. Do we have anything special on Marburg? No, yet? No, we don't. Jabril is confirmed leader of Al-Samad. Department is implicated in various financial and corruption scandals, but this information doesn't match Interpol's financial records on Al-Bara. Strangely enough, the State Department's evidence was added to Al-Jabbar's file months before Operation Desert Spear was set in motion with Shahid. Now, hang on for a second. Alright. Well, I guess we're going to abort.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
Oh, there we go. We got on the guest list. I was wondering about that. Agent Thornton infiltrated a local estate in search of Jabril Al-Jabara, a suspected high-ranking member of the Al-Samad. Al-Jabara is believed to be hosting a fundraiser banquet at the chateau in the Italian countryside, so Agent Thornton set up a surveillance post within sight of the main gates, catching the last of the guests as they were arriving. Bonus objective, Agent Thornton identified all the guests at the gate without being spotted. After failing to spot Al-Jabara at the main gate, Thornton moved deeper into the chateau and staked out the guest house. Agent Thornton identified all the targets at the guest house without being spotted. After failing to spot Al-Bar at the guest house, Agent Thornton staked out the chateau. Agent Thornton, that's pronounced chateau. Agent Thornton identified Al-Bar and waited for the background check to be complete. Upon receiving the information, Al-Bar's ties with Shahid were confirmed, but it seemed innocent and of any wrongdoing, so Agent Thornton departed the premises after making a positive ID. It seems Agent Thornton's activities in Rome have been successful in uncovering Halbeck's plans. Upon returning to the safe house, Thornton had a message waiting for him requesting a meeting at a local cafe concerning Halbeck. Access email in safe house for new mission details. Obviously, no one died, so our fastest hack was 0 seconds. But there was no hack, so it doesn't really count.
What's that beeping noise?
Yeah, we got an important message. I'll check the damn message. Shut up. Okay, we're gonna save. We're going to save there. Scarlet Lake. Hello, Mr. Thornton. I have a friend in Moscow who owes me a favor. I'm sure she can help me get this story on the circuits. It's funny. It's never the fuck-ups that cause such a scandal. It's the cover-ups. Fortunately, people never learn that, and so I have a job, Scarlet. All right. Take that. All right, Jabril Al-Jabbar, we need to meet. Mr. Thornton, if you stalk a man with political and criminal connections, kill him before he uses his contacts to track you down. I know that you were lurking outside the chateau, but I don't know why, considering my interest piqued. I refuse to let you intimidate me. Let's meet face to face, see if you have the guts to kill me in broad daylight. Meet me at the Cafe Triunfo, Jabril Al-Jabbar. We are going to reply, investigate... to Mina. Hey, Mina, I got this email from Jabril. Seems a little odd that he found out who I was, and odder still that he wants to talk to me. If you have a moment, see if you can trace this email for me and pull up some intel. Thanks, M. Thornton. We're going to send that, and then we are going to, instead of doing that mission, we're going to go intercept NSA intelligence. Which is usually the mission I do first. But we did this completely out of any sort of order. Just to see what would happen.
I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
Good point. I'd say their cover is working beautifully.
Okay. You'll need to come up with a...
Yeah, but how do they stave off the health inspectors?
Looks like they're scheduled for server maintenance and security upgrades this month. That might get you in.
We're all professional agents. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
I hope so. Remember, if the post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access. You'll also need to give the correct handshake code to identify yourself as an agent.
Secret handshakes? What are we, the Shriners?
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home.
Can I help you?
I'm here to fix the computers.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year.
I don't like the mountain.
Smooth.
And you're here to fix
I like the fact that his eye drifts off to the side. That was a really nice touch in the opening.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
So is gelato like ice cream?
Stay on guard.
Or is it like frozen
The
yogurt?
code is out of date. They might suspect you're not on the level.
Or is it something I've never heard of before?
So, my friend, what do you need?
Nothing serious. Just here to upgrade your security systems.
Oh, okay, you got it. So, no more computer troubles, eh?
You should be all set. Fort Meade can rest easy now.
Hey, my friend. Gone to go?
See, it looks like ice cream. Agent Thornton successfully infiltrated an NSA echelon hub under the cover of a Roman gelato shop. Code signals were not immediately recognized, indicating a possible breach of operational security. The agent manning the station may not have been NSA at all. Despite the proprietor's unusual behavior, Agent Thornton navigated the conversation without raising suspicion, was able to depart without incident. It seems Agent Thornton's activities in Rome have been successful in uncovering Halbeck's plans. Upon returning to Safe House, Thornton has received a message waiting for him, meeting the local cafe concerning Halbeck. Access email in Safe House for new mission details. Alright. It's time to have one of my favorite conversations in the game. The one with Jabril al-Jabbar. Jabril al-Bara, sorry. Why did I say Jabbar? Who the hell is Jabril al-Jabbar? Okay, we're just gonna do stealth. We're gonna go ahead and do... Oh, I don't have enough points for pistols! I don't have enough pistol points. Save the fucking game. Holy shit. Email. Miller Damon. This is email sent from NSA TAP established in Rome. Rick, found this data fragment in the Echelon cache. Thought you'd like it, since I think the data is talking about the same Conrad Mauberg fellow you're pursuing. If you already have this data, junk it. Otherwise, add it to the file. Luke. Mike, just a heads up, there's someone running a lot of web searches with keywords Mike Thornton and Michael Thornton in the Milan area. Whoever's doing it did it through a Halbeck Milan office computer. They've used public terminals, so I can't trace it back to a particular end user. I'll let you know if I find more. Mina. Hey Mike, that email address is indeed Jabril's, and it was sent from a Roman IP address. That said, dozen governments have Al-Bara on watch list, and unless someone's running an excellent decoy orchestration, Al-Bara has been spotted fleeing Italy on the first flight to Turkey he could find. I'm pretty sure this is a setup, though. Caffeine Tranfo is a pretty odd place to kill someone without drawing a crowd. It's you call, Mike, but I'd suggest going there and keeping your wits about you. Mina. Alright, let's go to the clearinghouse and get that information. Alright, this is one of my favorite talks in the game. Save again, just to make sure.
No sign of Al-Bara yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I've never been stood up in my life.
Someone has a high opinion of themselves.
I'm just stating the facts. Sorry, that's...
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
Transmitter's off. I don't plan on reaching for my gun unless you make it necessary.
Once I have the information I need, I plan to leave. You will not be harmed. Perhaps you thought you could enter Rome under the radar. You almost did. But you broadcast your location. Eventually.
I had to. You were my last lead. I'm here to find out what Halbeck is doing in Rome and their ties to Al-Samad.
And what led you to believe that Halbeck has any interests in Rome or Al-Samad?
Are you denying that either one is true?
I do not believe you would have come here without evidence.
And what makes you think that?
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton, a veteran with an impressive record of solving seemingly impossible problems.
I'm an operative now. After Saudi, I had to change my 5-year plan. I'm guessing you're here to confirm the file you have on me. Anything else you need to check?
Reports place you as someone loyal to your country and who believes in carrying their missions through.
Is that so odd?
In today's day and age, yes. But not to me. And you were the one who crossed paths with a German mercenary in Moscow. Z.
I get around, and she was a little insistent we get together.
I am not surprised. She is a mercenary, but hardly professional, or discreet, it seems.
Do I sense a lover's quarrel?
No, merely contract dispute.
So you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
Yes. You, on the other hand, have managed to enter Rome quietly. I didn't know you were here until an hour ago. You're skilled at keeping a low profile. No murders, no public announcement. Very impressive.
What happened to Albara?
Dead, of course. Once you'd ID'd him, well, his use to me was at an end. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all. Unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So this is a social call, warning me away? That's polite of you.
I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
Those are your terms. Allow you to carry out your mission, and I stay out of the way.
Yes.
You realize I would be betraying my country.
Yes, and that does not change my terms. I understand your feelings, and I encourage you to set them aside.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
You don't seem like the corporate stooge type. In fact, you seem like someone who doesn't take orders at all, especially from someone like Leyland.
Are you questioning my loyalty?
I am, but not in the way you think. I've read your dossier. From where I'm standing, it doesn't seem like Halbeck's any better than the governments that you've served with. In fact, they're like a government unto themselves, and if you think for a second that they give a rat's ass about their employees, then you're twice the fool. Do you seriously think they wouldn't leave you out to dry if they had to?
Your attention to detail and history borders on obsessive. You may live through this after all. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
Right. Marburg expressed admiration for Agent Thornton's ability to keep a low profile in Rome, and Thornton had been so covert Marburg hadn't known he'd even entered the city until recently. The connection between Marburg, the VCI, Halbeck, and Alcimon's presence in Rome is still unclear. Marburg threatened that any further investigation attempts would result in the deaths of Agent Thornton and anyone else who allied with him. Upon returning to Safe House, Mina picked up a phone trace from a VCI employee working with Marburg, attempting to contact local authorities. New mission gained. Contact Madison St. James. Man, I love that fucking mission with Marburg and that whole conversation. I just love it so much, and we're gonna actually keep going. Mostly because these starter these missions right here are real short.
You slipped into Rome almost without us noticing. You were even more difficult to track after that.
Between Halbeck and local authorities, the locals were the tough ones.
No matter. Mr. Marburg found you. That must have been a surprise. Meeting up for lunch like that.
Well, we talked. He had a lot to say about Halbeck and some suggestions about my involvement with your corporation.
Really? I can rarely get 3 words from the man.
Well, feel free to have him threaten you whenever you get tired of listening to yourself.
I'd be curious to hear more. And your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
Oh, we laughed, we cried, we had a grand old time. That Marburg, he can do a killer impression of you.
He described you as a man of your word. Patriotic, I believe, also came into the conversation. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Okay.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg, unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
I want to know why she's looking for me.
Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know it sounds crazy, but...
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She is a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Okay. What was that? Was that a thing I could... Oh, that was the TV. I was like, what? What is that? Alright. Let's open this up and save. So that all went just as well as it possibly could have. Honestly, that didn't change anything. This email sent from the NSA tap in Rome. Attention, we're hearing some chatter from CIA about a Georgia situation. It's an internal affair, so it's not subject to interdepartmental sharing. It is, of course, in our best interest to stay informed. Here's a brief situation. Someone claiming to be a deep mole reported a rogue U.S. agent operating outside the U.S., thus the CIA being in charge, not us. The mole did not say which agent is involved. agencies involved, making this a very shot-in-the-dark operation. The mole used an NSA verification code when contacting the U.S. government to prove his identity as a mole, which is why it's a total bullshit that we're not in the loop officially. The rogue agent was alleged to have been operating in Saudi Arabia, possible link to Shahid incident. If you find anything, send it to me first. Don't share it with the CIA without first coming to my desk. Hang on. Okay, yeah, interesting. Interesting. This is just all about Stephen Hack. I kind of always glossed over these emails. Hey, Mike, take a look at this email. But take it with a grain of salt. It's an Al-Samad transmission. The sender IP checks out as coming from an area where Al-Samad has been alleged to operate, and the codes used are seen in prior Al-Samad missives bounced around Europe. What's odd is that I've never seen Al-Samad communicate to an email distribution list this large themselves, never talk to each other to minimize what information will get leaked should someone be interrogated and cave in. So with that, keep in mind, read on. Mina, we meet at the Runes, timecode Al-Ghul. Agenda 1, distribute weapons, recent acquisition. 2, discuss agenda for the next phase. That's it. Mina, what you wrote was like 500 times larger than the actual message. Okay. So we got the dossier of Madison St. James. Everyone safe. And we are going to contact Madison St. James.
Thank you for meeting me, Mr. Thornton.
Let's discuss what you told me over the phone.
I know it sounds crazy. Where to begin?
Just start at the beginning. And don't edit yourself, just tell it.
I work for the Veteran Combat Initiative, VCI. They're a global military contractor. My boss, Mr. Marburg, I think he's involved in something illegal. So I checked it out, and your name came up several times in our database.
What makes you think he intends to kill me?
Termination contracts. Even one for a man named Albara, a professor here in Italy. It was cross-linked to several contracts within the VCI.
Do you have the contracts? That'd be valuable evidence.
Not on me, no.
I see.
Mr. Thornton, I'm not sure what to do next. Go to the authorities? Is there someone I should notify, or...?
Madison, you did the right thing warning me, and I appreciate it. I probably shouldn't have accepted your call. I think that may make things worse for you.
For me? I think I was a little more worried about you.
And I appreciate it. I'll do whatever I can to protect you.
You need to look out for yourself first. Mike, Marburg is going to try and kill you. What are you going to do?
Miss St. James, you've only been employed by the VCI for a short time, and as Marburg's assistant. That's an important position, especially for a man of his influence.
Yes. I was abroad studying art history, but when it comes to paying the bills, I thought I would apply for an administrative assistant position. The language skills helped. VCI does a lot of work with foreign governments.
My point is, what you discovered is sensitive information. This could prove dangerous for you.
I know.
I need those files. Are they in the VCI branch office?
I don't know what you're looking for, but the VCI office in Rome isn't Marburg's personal office. He does most of his work off-site, or when he travels.
But he's here now, so where would he store the information while in Rome?
He has a villa. I've been there several times. If the files exist, I'm guessing they'd be there.
Along with Marburg.
Yes.
Give me the address. Can you get me in?
What?
Passcodes, details on the security system, anything would be helpful.
I can give you the address, but that other information...
Trust me, If you can get me into the mansion, I'll get the information, and then your boss goes away for good.
Mr. Thornton, Marburg is... I've never seen him angry, but everything about him. He's a dangerous man to cross.
I'll protect you. If he gets by me, then no one can protect you.
All right. Mr. Thornton, I trust you. If I can help you, I will. I can get you the address to the villa, and the names of the files you need to search for.
Then that's all I need. Come with me.
Yeah! Alright, contact Madison St. James. It's an unusual coincidence. Marburg's executive assistant, Madison St. James, learned of a contract taken out against Agent Thornton's life by her superior, Conrad Marburg. What a fucking coincidence it is. Once she learned this, she attempted to contact the local authorities, but Agent Thornton and Mina Tang intercepted the call. During the conversation and the subsequent meeting, Agent Thornton attempted to learn Madison's motivation and involvement with Operation Dia's Fault. Madison St. James provided the location of Marburg's villa in Rome. That seems to be the next logical place to look for information on the plot. After meeting with Madison, Thornton brought her to a safe house in Rome to prevent Marburg from harming her and to keep an eye on her. New mission gained, investigate Marburg's villa. That one we will not be doing this part. And I'm probably going to stop recording. Yeah, but, real quick, let's talk to Madison.
Anything on the news?
Let's find out.
Tragic news for dog lovers. The latest target of scammers are online puppy buyers, those seeking the comfort of canine companionship via the internet.
Many organizations.
Let's see, what else we got? Nothing here. But we got Clearinghouse. We got everything in here. So, buy all that.
Moscow this morning. Last night, the United States Embassy was
Okay.
of a terrorist attack.
Should I be worried about that?
Witnesses speaking.
God, I am fucking jumpy getting any DS Vault information. Alright, well, in the meantime, I guess that's good. I have been Sacrabalic, your envoy of hope, and this has been Alpha Protocol in the Year of Twos. I will see you next time, guys. Bye!